Hello guys, a marrow of the channel, Richard, got in contact with me on email. He doesn't do socials, and said he'd like to send me a care package. I have no idea of what is in said packages, but he's even wrapped them up individually. I can't shoot a video literally unwrapping each one because I'm really constrained with space. He did, as he told me, put. That is brilliant. Thank you so much, uh, Richard, to think a nugget like that. That's brilliant. I'm going to take it down to my wife to open for him in a bit. He has made me a visit, but wife's watching TV and he's enjoying chomping one of his toys at her feet. So I'll take that down for her to open for him in a bit. But guys, Richard sent all this. I have no idea what they are. What I intend to do to make a record just to say, I mean, I'm going to obviously email him to say thank you anyway, but I thought you might be interested in seeing what's in these packages. I'll open one, do a small vid, and we'll do it that way. I've already picked out a roll of tape that was in the side. I don't know what else. I haven't. I'm literally sat at me desk, and Richard, I don't know how much of the things you see that or how much guff that I ramble on about, but I happen to be a huge fan of ukiyo-e Japanese woodcuts. Uh, I'm a big Japanese fan, and modern, old. I'll never visit the country, but I collect Japanese stamps. So this, my friend, will be going on the wall with a couple of other ukiyo-e woodcut postcard type of things I've got on the wall alongside some photographs of my two lads, my two working cockers that passed away. They're always on the wall in front of me. So Mara, just that alone, thank you so much. Well, for a start, that's an inspired choice. The 1 in 400 Mary Rose. Never built this before. I have seen it, and I have seen people build it. And it might be nice to do the rigging with that. What do you think? I have actually got I can't remember the size. It's one of the big Hella sailing ships I bought when my wife was in Australia and didn't know. And it's shoved behind the cupboard. I don't even think she's ever found that one. So yeah, to do a smaller ship, and I do like these because I really enjoy all the colourful fighting tops and that they've got now, the prows and that. Yeah, I'm struggling for calling the right things, but I know what I'm on about. So yeah, thank you, Mara. I'll be looking forward to that one. Right, here we are with number 2. Fairly light. Let's see what's in. Well, inside the paper. Well, how about that? We have a second, well, I say second, as in I've built one, and now I've got 2 of the Polish Lancers. Now that's fantastic. I've got 2 Cuirassiers at the moment, and what I've wasn't disappointed with the faces. They are of their time, and I was wondering when I get my heads from El Greco, I could put one of the heads on because they do some Napoleonic heads as well. Not so much with the shakos or anything like that, just the heads. So yeah, I'll have a look into that and see because that's what I was going to do with my trying to attempt at sculpting, which I'll give you an update on. Not on the sculpting, we haven't got that far yet, but I'll give you an update on that. But no, Richard, that's great, thanks. And my wife will love that because they don't take up too much room. 3 down. Well, number 3, I should say. I'm getting my words out, but it's been a long day today. There we go. It's like Christmas, isn't it? As a kid, still got grotty nails. I do apologise. Yeah, my nails are always grotty, but these seem to be worse than normal. I just came straight in and straight upstairs, and because I got this in the morning, but we were going straight out the door, so I've had to have itchy feet waiting for it. So anyway, we'll take a look inside. Now that threw me. I wasn't expecting these two. Thought it was a small box of chocolates. Brilliant. I've got one of these already. I'm not sure if it's the one on the right or it's a different one. But you can make various poses with these, and I can see some serious 54mm coming along building. they've still got all the plastic card, as I call it, to make the cross belts and everything, as you can see, showing through on the right there and through the left for that matter. Yeah, these have got to be built. And look at this as well. 70p from John Menzies. Yeah, I know some people call it Mingis, but it's called Menzies, as in news agents. Well, it is in England anyway. No, brilliant. Thanks, Marra. And look how clean the plastic is still. You know what I mean? It's not even dulled or anything. Lovely. I'm losing track here. I think this is number 4, but I just wanted to... Richard has hand wrapped all these. And look, there's still a few in the bottom here. I mean, it's amazing. We've got some sprues. Are they epic? Who knows? We shall find out. But yeah, I don't know what to say. Really, I don't. Thank you very much again. So we'll get this open. Well, this is coming out of left field. I believe that's an American term. From Valen, we have a 1 in 1. Thank you. 1 in 144 scale double pack. And as you can see here, it's the SE5A versus the Albatross D5. And the SE5A happens to be my favourite Great War aircraft. I've always just liked the shape of it. It looks like a racing type machine with that bit up behind the pilot at the back. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah. Now this will be the second time, well, second and third, I suppose, as there's 2, that I'd have done a 1 in 144 scale aircraft. I've still got the Flying Tiger I built a few years ago because it's so small. I've not had to throw that in the bin through lack of space, and that's still sitting on the little Pringles tub base that I made for it. So no, I'm looking forward to that, Marra. Thank you very much. And my wife will be pleased. They don't take up much space. Guys, was this 5 or 6? I really am losing count as well as my voice. Could be on a blister. Say I've got every one wrong so far. And I never saw those 2 Great War aircraft coming. So yeah, I didn't really go. I will, obviously, as we get round to them, working on them, I will obviously give you an unboxing as I usually do. But the Great War aircraft, the Albatross and the SE5, I can't remember the 2 German pilots only because I hadn't heard of them. But I do know Mick Manick and Billy Bishop. They give you 2 choices on each aircraft. So yeah, it'll be interesting. So let's delve into this one. This one is a 1 in 43 scale auto kit, as it says. It's metal by the look of it, like die cast is what you're trying to say, Gav. And you screw it together. I shall look forward to that. I mean, this could be sent to Mark. You could have sent this to Mark from Montana, Richard. It's got classic pre-1940s cars. It's got Great War aircraft right down his street, or Charlie Mack for that matter. Not so I don't like them myself. You can just see this going around Goodwood. I shall look forward to that. And even for my modelling skills, I should be able to put that together. Cheers, Marra. Now, what's in this little guy, we ask ourselves? No idea. So let's take a look. Nice one, Richard. I didn't see that coming. Well, says that coming. I mean, I can see some sprues which had to be epic. These are epic scale, so they're what are they, guys? 13 mil, something like that, 13.5 mil. And these probably will be resin, I believe. And you get Kellerman, de Erlon, Ney, Cuirassier, Commander, and Bonaparte himself. Cheers, Marra. I shall look forward to doing those. If they are the resin ones, I've not worked on any of their resin before. I wasn't expecting that either. I keep saying that, but I genuinely wasn't. Didn't know Scale 75 did armour. I know they did, or they do figures. And this is cast in resin, it says, and it says because 1 in 100 scale, it's obviously 15mm, and you can use it. It says like for modelling or gaming, collecting. So I should look forward to that because I've done a couple of scale 75 figures before. In fact, I've still got one that was the Alamo figure that's all been done, apart from apart from the hat and the groundwork, and as usual, stuck in the drawer behind me, and hasn't seen the light of day in probably about 18 months. But now, if it's anything like that, that should come up really nicely. I didn't know they did those this scale type of thing. Cheers, Mara. I shall look forward to that one. Now, these are epic scale again, like we saw with the box with the Napoleon and his generals. It looks to be that Richard sent me British and French. And what you do, for those guys who don't know, you'll get sprues, and they'll have a certain amount on of figures to make a regiment up, say, or a battalion up, or whatever you want to call it. And I do enough of these. I should know how many bases. Is it 3 or 4 guys? I can't remember. You get an artillery piece. I'm not going to open it all up because he's wrapped them up really nicely and let you stay wrapped up for now. And you get an artillery piece in it, and you usually get some light infantry and mounted commanders like him up on the right there. So cheers, Mara. I've got one sprue of one like this really and the green of the bases. I've got some one last lot of Prussians to do. So no, I'll look forward to ploughing through those as soon as I'm freed up for space. I've given up even wondering what's in each box. I really have. They're all so different. This one could be epic, maybe. Let's see. Epic at all. It's a 1 in 144 scale M60 US Army, obviously main battle tank. So I've always liked the M60. As that time, obviously just after Vietnam, and you're going, and the Israelis used it a lot. Obviously, you can see it through Europe with NATO. I mean, obviously, Germans and that use their own, but you know what I mean. And that's not going to take much building by the look of it. I enjoy doing these. So that's our M60. A company I've not heard of, but I look forward to doing that. No idea, as I've said so many times already. I'm wondering a book maybe. It really is like Christmas as a kid, this, feeling the packages up. Maybe a book. Could be a CD. Who knows? Let's have a look. Well, I at least got the book right. Richard, you know probably that I'm a huge fan of the Old West and modern, the modern ranching and stuff to this day, which is why I'm trying to do that bit of a conversion sculpt. This is brilliant. I've got nothing on Frederick Remington at all. I've got several books because I love the painting. It doesn't have to be, in this case, Remington did a lot of his work, I believe, in the 1880s through to the early 1900s. And although I see his stuff regularly online, I've not actually got a book myself. So cheers, Mara. That'll go in the collection now. Well, thank you very much. Now this one does weigh a bit, and it feels like a book. So I've got part 1 right anyway. I'm not even going to guess if it's part 2. Yes, it may be maybe another Western artist book, but the way Richard's put eclectic stuff in here, it could be anything. So let's open it up and take a look. Okay, I got that one wrong again. It wasn't 1 book; it was 3 books. it was Ospreys, I should say, hardbacks, and we've got Wolfe's Army. The American War of 1812-14. You never see a lot of that, do you? and King's German Legion, which, as I'm doing some King's German Legion Hussars at the moment, that's that dovetails quite nicely. Cheers, Mara. I didn't see those coming either. I was thinking, oh, maybe an old, another Western art book. Maybe, who knows? No, I didn't see that. And to be honest with you, the bloke who's just taking delivery of which I can't get to because it's under a load of brown wrapping paper at the moment, a paperback reenacting photographs of reenactors reenacting the American Civil War. Yes, I do. I still to this day get a lot of uniform material in because you can get a lot online, and I'd say to anybody, obviously, if you haven't got somebody like Richard sending you stuff, or the other lads that send me stuff as well, uh, you know, internet is a good place to go because you can often see some of the photographs that are in these books on the internet. But I've always been a book lover. I've got a huge collection of books. I do cull them from time to time and give them on to charity because I can't afford to send them out to people. I've got a couple for Paul down in Devon, but I can't get him out to him. He's going to have to wait one day when we get down to Devon, and we can knock his door and pass them over to him in person. But no, Mara, these are great. These are. I've got a couple of books for the battle for Canada and New France, whichever side of the coin you're looking on. But always more. I've got nothing on the American War of 1812. And although I've got small bits on the King German Legion, I've got mainly books on, French, and I've got a lot of the Rawkins as well for different nations. But no, that will be really come in handy for other painting projects as they come along. Cheers, Mara. This is at the bottom, finally, of the box. Box that never stops giving. We'll take a look. I've no idea. It's got cardboard around it, obviously. So, what do you reckon? Books? I'm thinking books. Well, let's take a look. Okay, I didn't see this coming either. It's another paper ship. I say another one. I still haven't made HMS Savage yet, which is a destroyer I've got. And this, of course, is what we always know in the UK as the Mighty Hood. And obviously, it's laser cut parts here anyway for the main one. As you can see, some of the ship's boats. It wouldn't be hard to get some railings for this, and because it doesn't have, I don't believe it's got the railings in anyway, but it wouldn't be hard to get railings and brass gun barrels for this, which is what I've got for the Sauvage, which came as the kit. But it wouldn't be hard to get those because trying to make barrels out of paper, I've never been wholly convinced on it. I mean, I know the top guys that make these all the time can do it, but it looked like you could do a very nice ship and make a dog's breakfast to the rest of it. So, yeah, I might do that, but I did not see that coming. That's fantastic, Mara. Thank you very much. I won't do an unboxing here, but this is said model when complete. Oop, there's more. There's the frames. They've got like it's not MDF, is it? It's that thicker card, but a lot of the early ones, they just give you a jig to do, get your own card, and but a lot of the ones now, including Sauvage, they have a pre-done a frame for putting the whole together. So there you go. That's what she'd look like if Gav could ever make her look like that. So I've got a bit of a thing going on here. We've got Richard has sent me the 1 in 400 scale paper ship version. Beetle has sent me the 1 in 700 scale, which I will be getting around to, which was getting built before everything else intervened. But he sent me a Starfighter, and the Starfighter will be built first before Hood. But Hood is next up on the list. And my Mara, Paul down in Devon from Plastic Monkey Channel, he sent me the book on the Hood, or did he? No, he sent me it was Beetle that sent me the book on the Hood. Paul, you're nothing to do with this. You sent me the book on the Bismarck. I think I've got that right. Yeah, Paul, Bismarck, and Beetle actually got me the book for the Hood. So I believe. I'm sorry if I've done you down there, Paul. I'm sorry if I've done you down there, beetle. I think that's right though in the end. So when I was, you could almost build both together, couldn't you? Oh no, we can dream. But it would be interesting to see them both going together using the book and knowing what every little bit is. I mean, all of us that love ships, you know what you're looking at to a degree, but not in an absolute detail. I've no way am I claiming to be an expert on HMS Hood. But yeah, it would be interesting, wouldn't it? Once a starfighter's out of the way, is I might have a couple of different sessions a week building both. It would be interesting. I say going from the book and the two different scales and the two different mediums. Plastic and that one has got a fair. The one Beetle sent me. The only thing it hasn't got is the which he sent me. He's also, you haven't seen the other one he sent me, which is Prince of Wales. Well, he also sent me Victorious as well. They've all got a connection. So he sent me Prince of Wales, and he sent me the full issues with that one. I mean, Hood's full issue, except for it hasn't got the wooden deck. That doesn't faze me because I can either get the wooden deck or I can paint it like I've done Yamato that Rob sent me. Oh, my life. Some people sit outside with begging cups outside McDonald's and stuff like that, and I feel quite like that at the moment, which I'm not rubbishing them people because some of them people need that. But yeah. Guys, all of you that do this, I've always said, and I've said it already in an email I've sent to Richard when he said he was sending me something, as much as I really appreciate what's in the boxes, and they really do help me out, and they lead me down a lot more other butterfly paths than I probably should do, it's the thought that somebody actually cares enough about you to do something like that. Like my Marra beetle, we're probably never going to meet, but he'll just out of the blue just say, Gav, I've seen something you mentioned on a video, and the next thing I know, something's saying, and I don't do it for that. I've always said I wish I could get you all in our kitchen. It's only a tiny kitchen, next council house. You can picture it, but sit round the table, and we'll all have a brew. No Charlie Mac, not that type of brew. This will be tea or coffee. I know you don't drink coffee. Good on you, neither do I. But a couple of slices of cake, some biscuits, and a hot brew, and just chat stuff that we like to chat about, and that would be brilliant. And you can't do that. I mean, as I say, hopefully me and Richard keep in contact, on the email and that. Me and Beetle, we shoot the breeze on the WhatsApp. Paul down in Devon, Plastic Monkey Channel, usually tells me to go and get bent and refuses to take my calls. I don't know why. I looked at the one time I was hanging off his window ledge. I mean, it was anybody would do the same thing. Anyway, we'll go on. But yeah, it's just the friendships. The marras, as I call them. Marra means friend. If you don't know, marra means buddy. Whatever you call somebody. I call people marras, and it's the marras out there. It just, Richard said he enjoys putting the videos on. Yeah, he's glutton for punishment. But I know that most of you will all have a favourite video. Favourite videos, or not so favourite video. A video, the type of, it could be Napoleonic 28mm war games figures. It could be, when I finally get around to building them, paper ships. Let's see what a disaster Gav can stick the bridge of the HMS Hood to the end of his busted nose with some prick stick. Well, you know what I mean. It's all there. It's just 1 in 700 scale ships. No, you've got no interest, but I have. Even Beetle that sends me them, he's got no interest. But again, as I say, it's somebody picking somebody up. Well, can you just see that 1 in 35 scale figure that's still there? You can see me Yukio, by the way, in the background there. And you can see that's my boy Barkley, and the little bot that you can see on the left there in the white photograph frame, that's Archie. Both those beautiful lads have passed away now. Anyway, let's not get too depressed. Thanks. And Richard, I stopped the video, went down, gave my wife that's downstairs the treat bag to open for Nugget, and he loves them. There was 2 bags of different tasty treats in there for him, and it's been a rough day today, actually. So let's put a smile on our faces. So Richard, I'll be sending you another email now I've opened everything. I will, if you, it won't matter to any rest of you guys because I'll be putting this up tomorrow. But just say, Richard, I'll be putting this up. What am I saying, Richard? You won't see it, will you? So it doesn't really matter. I'm waffling, guys. I'm just a bit blown away by all this. It honestly is. Where do you start? Do you start building Great War aircraft, uh, 1 in 400 scale paper ships? It said HMS, but I suppose she is HMS in a way. HMS Mary Rose. The little 1 in 44 scale tanks, 15 mil Tigers. Yeah, brilliant, Mara. Thank you again. I am waffling all over the place now. But yeah, I'm going to be leafing through the hood in a minute and having a look at this. And yeah, cheers. Now I'm now going to move a mountain of brown paper to our paper and card collecting bag that they all expect us to do these days. Coming up on videos, this one's jumped the queue actually because obviously I wasn't expecting anything like this. I've got some 6mm, the D-Day project, 6mm to show you. Just finishing those off. I'm at the moment basing the 3 Vietnam figures I showed you a few weeks back there, or a couple of weeks back. They're going through the basing process. I'm halfway through 4 more of the old guard. That's 28mm, not what Richard sent me. What else have we got? That 1 in 35 scale Panzer Grenadier for the Ardennes. He's still lurking there somewhere around there. He's still going to be finished off. He gets. I've had to move the cover off him to get something out the drawer, but he'll have to be covered in a bit. What was behind Gav? Oh yeah, I've got some AB Würzburger 18mm to show you. I'll say show you. I've got to put the colours on those two yet, but they're more or less in the next few days to be shown. The horse I'm working on for my modern American cowboy. I've got some copper Brillo pads, and we're going to see how they work as once they're annealed as bridles, stuff like that. So I'll have an update on him, but probably not till I've done the actual fitted the bridle. We'll see. And there is a couple of other things that have completely lost my mind a while ago. Might have an update, might. So don't hold your breath. On a couple of 1 in 24 scale cars. Beetle know the one I'm on about, and the other one I have shown before. It just again ran out of road, literally. But yeah, I might. The weather's cooling very slightly. I might get onto those sometime late in the week, and just so I've got the last paint on those. But anyway, we'll go into that another time. And there was something else I've got as well. I need to show you I need to talk about the UKOE stuff. I've got my bust on the Oiran bust. Beetle again sent me some different plinths to try, and that's mounted, but it's in the cabinet at the moment. And it sounds silly, but it's when I call it a cabinet, it's a perspex box, and it's a right pain in the ass to get into and out of. So got to get that out so I can actually show you guys that as well, because he sent me that, and I'm not totally impressed with my painting on that, but people have said nice words when I was putting it, showing it in bits. So show you it all completed and not on a plinth. That should be the right thing to do. But there is something else, and it's gone. Oh, the 1 in 56 scale Vietnam M48 M48A3 had a primer, and that will be having a bronze green typish coat put on in the next couple of days as well. So I probably may or may not show that. I'll probably do a bit more to it yet, so you've got something more to look at than just a base green tank. And talking of tanks, I've got the assault gun, the 1 in 35 scale Semovente from Tamiya. That's just been waiting. It has been so stinking hot. I didn't want to wear gloves, and trying to handle it, putting it all together, because the base painting's all done on that. it was just going to be a pain in the bum. So she just sat in the box waiting for, you know, a bit better weather to really muck around with that. It's a lot easier to muck around with painted figures and a paintbrush than it is I could just see me fingers, you know, grease all over them, you know, finger oils and stuff, just mucking all that up. So she sat in a box waiting to be completed. So I'll need to get onto that as well. Anyway, this has taken far too much of your time up. I never expected a box like this in a million years, and for such divergent stuff as well. So thanks, Richard, very, very much. Thanks for your patience, everybody else. It's people sometimes like to see unboxings, so I just thought, why not? Let's go from top to bottom through it. But obviously, I've taken a fair amount of time up waffling at the end. So look after yourselves, and we'll catch each other very soon on another video.